Court does call the case, People versus Marie Offord.
Yeah, from the office.
Right.
Go ahead and state your name.
Marie Offord.
Donner, Miss Offord right now, she is not working due to injury on her foot, and she is a full-time student. She has been making payments though. March 4th, she made $350, and yesterday she made $150. Right now, she only owes $278.
Okay. She owes $278.
Yeah, as of yesterday, because she.
Oh, okay. She made it. I don't show it. Okay.
Yeah. So we would request, if possible, if she's able to do community service in lieu of paying, since she is not working right now.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'll give her additional time to get it done. She's made a good faith effort to pay. So.
Okay. She does believe inside May she can make a full payment for the remainder balance then.
By May.
If to pay the remainder, I would have to wait on my next student refund, which would be the next semester. So that'd be like May, June.
Where are you in school?
WCC.
Studying what?
Right now I am in the medical billing and coding course to get my certificates. And I'm also studying computer security.
Your Honor, I don't mean to interrupt the court, but Miss Offord did talk to me when she came into the courtroom. And I did ask her to share with you what she's done since the court incarcerated her from her probation violation.
So I was incarcerated for 7.5 months between here and other places. While I was incarcerated, I completed the moral reclamation therapy program. I finished the entire book, which I've never done before. And I took the plan that I made in those sessions and I actually implemented it step by step after I was released. I immediately got into an intensive outpatient treatment program, a dual diagnosis over here at Trinity Health. It used to be called Greenbrook.
Mm-hmm.
Really good people over there. I'm still with them. It's a very, like the IOP is a month long. Technically, then it's an early recovery group, which I'm in right now for 6 months. But I intend to probably stay with them for up to 3 years.
Okay.
I've been sober for 14 months.
Congratulations. That's beautiful. The important part she was going to leave out, right?
Well,
She's on the way to school.
Yeah, 14 credits right now, which is quite a bit. But I'm fortunate that I'm staying with my mom. She's helping me sort of teamwork this whole situation. Still on probation, because, as you are well aware, I got into quite a bit of trouble at the, because I was going through some stuff. But I've really been working on like my mental health first. Mental health and sobriety first. And gaining self-esteem and acting like, I deserve to be sober and happy. And it's been pretty effective. So.
Because her drug.
Fentanyl. So, unfortunately. But I've really invested myself in the community. I've got an NA, I do smart recovery, refuge recovery. I've kind of tried all the different sorts of recovery programs. Finally got some grief support. So I've been working really hard, but I want to stay on the end of honest in this situation. And I do want to just I know I screwed up so bad that there wasn't really any more chances you could give me at the time, but after I finish, I'd like to finish this off and not leave it off and just not show up like I used to do. So.
She spoke to me, even though I recommended jail multiple times.
Well, I just wanted you to see that I got sober. So I thought you might think that was nice.
Yeah.
And I just tell you this, people don't think I'm paying attention half the time, but I am. And that is, you would appear before me and then you would appear on Zoom. And just listening to you just now, you're a happier person.
I am.
You're a better person. I can tell that.
I try very hard to be every day.
Well, but I think you are. We would not be having this conversation. You would never been the person that I first ran into. We would not be able to have this conversation. You wouldn't have been able to say those things about yourself before. In great part because you were mad at the world and you were mad at yourself. And oddly, but not unsurprisingly, you were a victim of everything and responsible for nothing.
You got my number stuck up right there.
Yeah, I know.
I cannot deny it.
I know exactly what.
Oh man, yes.
And then when anybody, including myself, challenged that, all we got was sort of fire and fury and just anger. And how could we possibly treat you this way? And the like, right?
Right.
Am I close?
You were the hammer on the nail.
Yeah.
Could not ever doubt the sharpness of that statement there, sir.
Oh, I know. But the great thing is, I wouldn't have said it if I didn't think after listening to you just now, you're in a position to hear that. The more important thing about that, though, that you have to understand, especially when you're looking at yourself, your esteem about who you are. The easiest thing I can do in this job, quite frankly, is send somebody to jail. The easier thing would be for me, mentally and otherwise, would be to forget about the people that appear before me. But I don't do it for those reasons, for you and for others, but for you particularly, in this instance. You got sent because despite you not seeing your worth, I did. And we just had to give you time and hope and a lot of prayers that what you would do is you would come around to see what we really could see on the other side of all of that anger. A great blessing for us. Is that while we don't get to see it all, we get to at least see this beginning portion. And that's why I make the comment, because you're happy. You actually have a smile on your face, which is just, that is just absolutely amazing. I wish you're one of those people, and I say this to some defendants that appear before me, that I wish I had a camera right on you as you were going through this thing. Because if you could just see how your facial expressions, how your attitude and everything else changed, you would be absolutely amazed that was the person that is now. Just absolutely amazed.
It is a stark contrast.
Oh, yeah.
It was, it's probably, I was in a really, really screwed up place. Excuse me, I almost swore,
No.
but I saved it. But
You were.
But I put myself there. And once I think I understood that, instead of investing in that victimhood story that you were talking about, because I was in jail because I did something that put me there. It was not anyone else's fault but my own. So it seems so simple to say that out loud, but really getting your head around that is really, I think, an important part of like that healing process.
It's the hardest thing sometimes is to take responsibility for what's done.
Absolutely.
Because particularly because what we want to do is we want to say, if we don't take responsibility, then I'm not a bad person. People don't look at me as a bad person, right?
Right.
And that's not really how it works here. The people I appreciate are the people that actually take a responsibility for what they've done. Okay, everybody in life is messed up. It doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't make you an evil person, doesn't make anything. Right?
Right. Right.
And the other thing that I can tell, although I didn't have the last payment, I saw the other one. The old person wouldn't have done that. What you would have done is you would have spent that time not trying to figure out how to make a payment. You would have spent that time trying to figure out what excuse am I going to give that man when I go and talk to him.
What am I going to say next time?
What am I going to say, and what can I possibly say that will keep me from getting locked up? That's what you would have spent your time doing. You would have been like that hamster in a cage trying to figure out how to get out, not trying to figure out if I just stop getting out, just sit back, I'll be okay. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
When did you get yourself in school?
That was sort of like this, it was just one of the steps in the plan, like I finished IOP. I was super bored because I didn't have anything to do. I got my license back, actually. So I have an insured car. It's even registered. Whoa.
Okay, that scares the blue blazes out of me. Go ahead.
But it's all legal, So it was just the next step in the plan. And my mom and I sat down and we looked at the Washington Community College catalog, and I was like, well, that one, let's try that one. And that's what I've been doing,
And how are the classes going?
Oh, it's a huge adjustment. It's been
Okay.
like 10 years since I've been in school like that.
I know, but
And I was not doing well when I left because I dropped out of school at Eastern, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which is how things typically go, right? But I'm learning the self-discipline to sort of stay on top of everything that's going on. There's a lot of time management that I'm not the best at, but the challenge is helping me improve myself. So my grades are not perfect, but they're all above
When you
C.
tell me, okay, so let's get real here. I'm a professor at Washington. So you didn't know that. And
Ms. Pilar did tell me that.
so how are your grades?
So I am taking anatomy and physiology, bio 111, which has a lab, and that one is really tough. That one is a C+, but I hope that the next exam I take, I can get it back up to a B.
Okay.
Medical terminology is an 83.7, so that's a B. That's not bad. Health information management is, I think that one is a 91, so that's an A. And then I also have studio art, which is an A, definitely.
So
Art 101. So.
when you're, see, that would be my F. But if so semester ends late April, right?
Yeah.
So tell me what grade point you think you'll have at the end of this semester. And don't try to short me on anything. If you work and do what you know you're capable of, what grade point will you have?
I have been, obviously you always want to work for the 4.0 if you can. There was a point in time when I was at Eastern that I was on the dean's list, like 3 semesters in a row. So I am capable of doing well in school. But
I have a lot more access to information than people know. I already know that. Go ahead.
Well, anyway, I would like to have at least a 3.3, 3.5. but it could be maybe like a 3. But I mean, it's better than no GPA. When I left Eastern, my GPA was like
what did I
1.7.
asked a simple question, and she gave me this long answer. I understood she was thinking out loud and working through it, but I just asked for a number. Finally, at the end, she at least gave me a number. She gave me like 8 of them.
I'm a little sore about the grades. I know I could do better. Oof.
My first date in May.
Maybe. I mean,
Getting chastised by my dad.
Me?
A little bit. Oh,
It sounds like I'm getting. Does it sound like? Go ahead, lean on what you need to. You think I'm chastising you? No, oh, this is not a chastisement. You can ask my kid.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm
Sorry.
just about done here. Okay, young lady, here's what I'm going to do. First of all,
Sure.
I'm going to let you know again, I'm proud of you. I really am. I understand the work. I understand what you tried to go through, and although you've expressed some of it here, you haven't even expressed that really what you've had to go through. I appreciate I understand how you laid out the plan. People lay out plans all the time. But what's extraordinary about you is that you had the courage to do it and to start it. Because those first steps are the hard ones. Right? So here's what I'm going to do. If you can keep along the path that you can keep along, I don't care about any of the money. I just don't. So if you can bring me a 3.4, I just took the number in between because she was trying to hedge on me. If you can bring me a 3.4 grade point average at the end of the semester or above, I'll consider waiving. Really, I will. I'll waive the remaining balance, and you don't know what's a dime. You think you can do that for me?
Yes, sir.
You already got the A and R, the easy classes. All right. I'm not gonna say anything about anatomy and physiology because I took that. I think. I don't know what happened. Right. But she said I got a C plus. I'm like, not.
Well, interestingly, Washtenaw Community College is actually one of the only community colleges that has access to real human cadavers. And that is something I was.
Washtenaw. What people don't understand is Washtenaw is an extraordinary institution. And it's one of the best kept secrets.
I wish I had started there, actually. I really, I feel like it makes a lot more sense. I don't know. I really enjoy it there. It is much more of an atmosphere that I find to be conducive for me. Very supportive.
Absolutely. Folks there care.
Yes.
And so
everyone's like, did you register for your classes? Did you go look at the sport? It's all. Oh, I need to go.
Yeah.
Please go. After this.
It's one of those things where the folks that teach there, the majority of the people, they care about the students. They care about everyone, even though you're in a department, it's totally a separate department from the one I'm in. And it's not really because you're a defendant here. but I care about your success, and that's the way that the folks at Washtenaw are. I had a student come in the other day. She was at Washtenaw. She's into criminal justice, but she didn't know me, and her professor just told her to do that, and she ended up spending 2-3 hours here. I didn't have much on my docket, just gave her a tour. We walked around from courtroom to courtroom so that she had the experience, and that's the way that people are there. So, all right, bring me that 3, 5, okay, 4, I said.
Right.
All right, but you bring that to me and then we'll deal from there, okay?
All right.
Young lady, you take care of yourself.
I will do my best.
All
You
right.
as well, sir. Thank you so much.
Yep.
What you said today really, it made an impact on me.
Well, I hope I can make an impact all the time.
Thank you.
All right, you take care. 14A stands in recess.
All right.